Sagittarius, and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, with your reading for January the 27th through February the 2nd. This is for your sun, moon, and rising. It's also for the collective. So take what resonates, leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, click on this link here. It'll take you to my website. I've got loads of links to things in the show more section below, so check it out, plus a written description of what's going on in this video astrologically. Oh, and right after this is the astrological report, so stay tuned. Okay, this is for Sagittarius. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Sagittarius for January the 27th through February the 2nd? 3 cards for Sagittarius. 3 cards for Sagittarius, please. Oh my goodness, you've got 3 cards all in one. Nearly every reading has done that. And look, darling, there is a lot of feedback, guys. So check out your sun, moon, and rising below for the other signs. All the links should be below. Sometimes it takes me a minute, or a day to get them all up. As soon as they are all uploaded to YouTube, usually by Sunday night, I have all the links up by then. These are your clarifying cards. This is for Sagittarius. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Sagittarius through these clarifying cards for January the 27th through February the 2nd? Please clarify. Oh, this is let me just make sure I have my glasses on. I thought that was something else. Please clarify. There we go. Please clarify. Got 2 for that. Lovely. And please clarify. There, one of my favorite cards. Okay. Oh, this is interesting because this card has come up several times in the other deck, both decks, because I'm using 2 decks. So, okay, let's go to your card, shall we? Okay, the first card out for you is the moon. It's a very strange card for the moon, right? Okay, so this is for the moon. Then clarifying it is the 7 of Pentacles. This has come up in a lot of readings, this one. Then you have, so is the Wheel of Fortune, actually. The Wheel of Fortune, clarified by the Ace of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles. That's great. Then you have the Empress, clarified by the Hierophant. Sagittarius, it looks pretty good. All right. Now, the first card out is the moon. So the moon is emotional, right? The moon sheds a light on something where there was once darkness. And it's also telling you, don't be afraid of the shadows. Look into the shadows, accept that your shadow side. There's a place for everything, right? There's definitely a place for our shadow sides. We just don't want them to take over, but there's always there's a purpose for them. They're there for a reason. So the moon is going to shed a light on something for you. The truth will come out for some of you. What that will be for you remains to be seen. But don't be afraid to look in the shadows, for sure. And look, you've got the 7 of Pentacles clarifying it. So this is about reassessing all the work that you've done. Has it been worth it? Have you reaped, or have you benefited enough for the effort that you've put into it? Is it equal? This is saying look at what you've sown and look at what has come to fruition. Has it been worth the effort that you've put into it? So you may have to tweak it, right? Look, he's got one coin here and the rest are here. So he's going to keep one coin, then he's going to reinvest the others, right? So sometimes this is about looking at the truth, looking at the books. What are you going to reinvest? What are you going to change? What can you change? That's very Aquarian energy. Stay tuned for the astrological report after this. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your direction. I'm going to sing that song, Sagittarius. It's my Wheel of Fortune song. I'm gonna make you love me. Oh, yes, I will. Look, the Wheel of Fortune is forever turning. It's eternally turning. So you want to grab it. Grab a hold of it, let it bring you up, because then it goes down again. Then it comes up and it goes down. It's cyclical. That's the energy. There's good, there's bad, there's light, there's dark, there's happy, there's sad, yin-yang. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. So don't miss the opportunity of the Wheel of Fortune turning your direction, darling. Jump on it. And clarifying it might come in the form of a brilliant idea. This is the Ace of Wands. It's like a spark that lights a flame that can set fire to a huge fire. That lights a huge fire. So the potential is amazing. And look, you've got the 10. I feel that it's payday, darling. Whatever idea you have, put it into action, because you will get paid. It's kind of, the energy is just going to run with you. It's really going to happen. And look, you've got the Empress, and she's all about abundance. She's creating abundance. She's the divine feminine. It's also about getting in touch with your feminine side, your sensuality. It's like look, we all have male and female sides to us. We've all got the yin yang within us. So it's very important to embody the divine feminine when this comes in. And she's all about creating. She's pregnant with brilliant ideas. I feel that this idea you're going to get is going to be very lucrative and bring you fortune, because she's very all about manifestation, all about manifesting. I mean, she's Gaia. She's like, queen of our planet, the goddess. She's the goddess of fertility. So you're in a very fertile time here right now. I mean, listen, some of you could be having a baby, but I'm thinking it's more about wealth and abundance in that way. But it very well could be manifesting a little baby for some of you. Now, this clarifying it is the Hierophant. So this is saying, really trust in your faith. It's getting in touch with spirit, with source energy. This is like, trust. Go back to your belief system and trust that everything's happening for a reason, and it's all for the higher good of you and everyone. Get back in touch with your faith. Connect with source. That's where your creative ideas are going to come from. That's when we're in creativity, we have a direct line to source energy. That's it. It's not us creating. We're creating through this wonderful source energy. And this is, you're being asked to connect with that. Sagittarius, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And stay tuned for the astrological report, which is coming up next. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you on the other side. Hello, I'm so happy that you decided to stay around for the astrology report this week for January the 22nd through February the 2nd to see what is happening in the celestial sky for this week. And we start with Monday. January the 27th, Venus is conjunct Neptune. Venus is the planet of love, relationships, finance, and Neptune is the planet of creativity, kind of connection with the ethereal realm. It's also illusion and delusion. So these planets are both in Pisces. Now, Neptune, it rules Pisces, so it's at home in Pisces. And Venus is exalted in Pisces, which means that Venus can really express herself fully in Pisces. So this is a very strong energy, and they are conjunct. Now, this is kind of a very sensitive, kind of dreamy and romantic energy. This transit is about filling your world with beauty, art, music, that you'll see beauty in everything. You may even see a relationship through rose-tinted glasses. It may not be as great as you think it is. But on the other hand, you can also feel disappointed in a relationship because it doesn't stand up to your impossible standards. Because this is a very idealistic energy. Now, meanwhile, it's incredible for creativity and fantasy writing. So if you're a writer, it's brilliant for that. Any kind of creative endeavor, the visual arts, it's a wonderful way to channel this energy. Now, you can also be tempted to purchase a big ticket item, because there's no kind of foresight. You just see something and you want it, and you may not even consider the balance in your bank account. It's like, oh, get the credit cards out. Yeah. So resist that urge. Run it by someone before you make those purchases or, make that commitment. You may also find it a little difficult to focus at work because Neptune is very kind of dreamy and can take you on these long kind of daydreams, and you can get lost in thought. So a good thing to do at this time is to meditate, because this is a really beautiful way of connecting with the ethereal realm. And I mean, I've been feeling it today. And I haven't been able to focus till it's really late on these readings because I just wanted to think and contemplate and do other things, frankly. On Tuesday, January the 28th, Mars is square to Neptune, which is the very next day at 5:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so it's kind of early in the morning. We're already feeling it. We've been feeling it for a few days. Neptune is a very slow-moving planet, so it will be feeling this for a while. So you may be feeling wiped out and tired. This aspect takes the wind out of your sails, it really kind of affects your self-esteem also. It can kind of make you paranoid or suspicious of people or their intentions, and take you on a journey of illusion, thinking that everyone is out to get you. It can be that. This is an energy that can have you gossiping or meddling in other people's affairs or business, and it's on, as well, you can be easily deceived by people, or, perhaps, look, if somebody approaches you with a get-rich-quick scheme and it seems too good to be true, it's probably a scam. So be aware of how enticing those things are, and up front, resist the urge to make any kind of major decisions on purchases or investments during this time. This is a really good time to retreat and to meditate, to go within. Use this energy to connect with source. Neptune is a really good way of doing that. So when you go within, Mars is, outward energy. So if you can go within, you can use that energy to connect with the ethereal realm. And, stay out of people's business and work through your own issues instead. This is a good time to work through what's going on with you and to address anything that's holding you back. Now, on Friday, January the 31st, the moon is void of course from 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time till 7:28 p.m. when it enters Taurus. So don't sign any contracts during this time no, don't commit to anything while the moon is stationary, because it is just there and it's not moving. It's not getting any kind of momentum. So you don't want to commit to anything during this time. It's very kind of much like Mercury in retrograde energy. Another reason to not purchase anything. You can regret things. Regret purchases or commitments. Anything that you've signed, you may regret it. So don't do that on Friday. Now, on Sunday, February the 2nd, it's Groundhog Day, by the way. Seems really early to be Groundhog Day. Anyway, it is. And Venus is sextile Pluto at 2:07 a.m. Pluto's a very slow-moving planet. It's an outward planet. It's a modern planet. So we are going to feel this energy. And look, it's a beautiful energy because sextile is harmonious, right? So during this time, shallow connections are not tolerated during this transit. Only deep, meaningful connections are fostered, and it's all we have time for. We don't have time for inauthentic or, shallow people. It's really, we want deep and meaningful connections. Now, if you are already committed to somebody, your relationship could evolve to a new plateau. A more meaningful, perhaps even spiritual connection with your loved one. And if you are single, you could fall madly in love for someone and even become obsessed with them. There's a very kind of intense sexual energy in the air, and it is possible to even explore the taboo during this time. Now, as a result of that, clandestine affairs are feasible and are possible. So, yes, watch out for that. Thank you so much for staying till the end of this video, and I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And guys, another way to support me is through Patreon. You can click on this link here and go to my Patreon page, and I post things there that I don't post anywhere else. And I want to thank my patrons. They really help me. Each month, that really helps. And you can support me for as little as $1 a month, which is $12 a year. It's not a lot for you, but it's huge for me. That all mounts up, and I really appreciate your support. And if not, darling, I don't want to push you. That's great. You can check out my Patreon page anyway. And I just want to let you know that I really appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.